What if the greatest danger to power, influence, and even survival is not arrogance, not cruelty, not greed, but something far more subtle, a trait so innocent that it disguises itself as virtue? Yet Machiavelli, the man who stripped away the illusions of politics, called it fatal. In this video, we journey into the mind of Niccolò Machiavelli, author of The Prince, a man both admired and feared, often misunderstood, but always brutally honest. And we uncover the one personality trait he warned against more than any other, a trait that still destroys leaders, societies, and individuals today. To understand Machiavelli, you must understand his world. He lived in Florence during the Italian Renaissance, a time of dazzling art, but also ruthless politics. City-states rose and fell overnight. Foreign powers invaded. Families like the Borgias and the Medicis ruled through cunning, betrayal, and raw force. Machiavelli himself served as a diplomat. He negotiated with kings, popes, and mercenaries. He watched allies turn into enemies and promises turn into lies. Out of this chaos, he wrote The Prince, not as a guide to morality, but as a survival manual for rulers navigating the brutal game of power. So, what is the most dangerous personality trait, according to Machiavelli? It is not cruelty, for cruelty, when used wisely, can inspire fear and control. It is not cunning, for cunning can outwit enemies and secure advantage. It is not even ambition, for ambition drives action and strength. No. The most dangerous trait, Machiavelli warned, is naïveté, the innocent belief that people are guided by goodness, loyalty, or morality. Why? Because, in his eyes, human beings are not naturally virtuous. They are selfish, fickle, and driven by their own survival. To expect otherwise, to trust blindly, is not a sign of purity. It is a fatal weakness. In The Prince, Machiavelli writes, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, simulators and deceivers, avoiders of danger, eager for gain. While you serve their cause, they are yours entirely. They offer you their blood, their property, their lives, and their children when the danger is far distant. But when it approaches, they turn against you." This is his brutal psychology of mankind. A leader who assumes loyalty will last without securing it through power is doomed. A ruler who believes gratitude will bind men forever is deceived. And an ordinary person who thinks others will always act out of honesty or fairness is setting themselves up for betrayal. For Machiavelli, naivete is dangerous because it blinds you to reality. It lulls you into weakness. It makes you prey to the cunning and the ruthless. One of Machiavelli's favorite examples was Cesare Borgia, son of Pope Alexander VI, ruthless commander and would-be ruler of Italy. Borgia was cruel. He was feared. He was cunning, but he was never naive. When he suspected disloyalty, he acted without hesitation. In one instance, he placed power in the hands of a lieutenant named Ramiro de Orco, who enforced order with brutality. Once stability was restored, Borgia staged a public spectacle. He executed de Orco and displayed his corpse in the town square, sending a chilling message that he controlled both fear and justice. Cruel? Yes. Effective? Absolutely. Machiavelli admired him, not because he was moral, but because he was clear-eyed. Borgia did not trust men's loyalty. He secured it through fear, force, and strategy. And that, Machiavelli argued, is why he nearly succeeded in conquering all of Italy. He fell not because of his own naivete, but because of illness and bad luck. Machiavelli compared rulers to animals. He said they must be both the lion and the fox. The lion to frighten off wolves, and the fox to recognize traps. Naive leaders are neither. They are like lambs, walking willingly into slaughter. A naive king believes flattery. A naive general trusts his allies. A naive businessman assumes competitors will play fair. But the cunning fox sees through appearances. He knows that words are cheap, promises are fragile, and loyalty is temporary. To Machiavelli, being naive is worse than being cruel. The cruel man may survive, the cunning man may thrive, but the naive man is destroyed. And here's why Machiavelli still matters. His warning wasn't just for princes in Renaissance Italy. It's for us. In politics today, how many leaders have fallen because they trusted allies who later betrayed them? In business, how many companies collapsed because they assumed competitors would play fair? In personal life, how many people have been manipulated because they believed words instead of actions? Naivete is not just dangerous at the top, it is dangerous everywhere. When we assume others are motivated by kindness instead of self-interest, we become easy to deceive. In the age of propaganda, advertising, and social media, where appearances are crafted to manipulate, Machiavelli's warning echoes louder than ever. Naive societies can be conquered by disinformation, naive citizens can be manipulated by false promises, and naive individuals can be exploited in relationships, friendships, and careers. So what do we do with this knowledge? Do we abandon trust altogether? Do we become cynical, cold, and ruthless? Machiavelli would say no. He would say, be realistic. Trust, but verify. Respect morality, but don't rely on it. Build loyalty, but reinforce it with power. The most dangerous personality trait is not cruelty, not arrogance, not greed. It is naivete, the blind belief in human goodness, without strategy, without caution, without clear sight. The true wisdom lies in balance. Keep your compassion, but sharpen your vision. See the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. As Machiavelli himself might whisper from across the centuries, the world belongs to those who see clearly and act